Hello, welcome to the KrisKarla channel. I am Kris and I'm so happy to be posting content today. It's interesting, the last video I posted was around the same time last year, I think towards the end of 2021 or somewhere around that time frame. And I definitely intended to post way more in 2022 and that did not happen. It's been quite a whirlwind of a year, but I'm so happy to be checking in with you guys today. I hope you had an awesome 2022 and regardless of how 2022 went for you, I am hoping you have an awesome, fabulous 2023. When I think about what's happening in the world and the news and the pandemic and all of that chaos, it's really nice to be able to check in with yourself and reflect on the past year and also think about what goals do you have set for the year ahead. And, this past year I turned 40. And so I'm using this moment in time as a key point to reflect on the past year, but also the past decade. Just reflect on my 30s overall. I feel like time flies. I've been on YouTube since like 2008. And I started this when I was 26 years old. So I'm doing quite a bit of reflecting. I'm looking over my videos since 2008 and how I've aged on YouTube and overall how I speak. What am I speaking about on this platform? So I'm just doing a lot of reflecting given what I've posted online. I'm looking at journals and all that good stuff. And I think this is it's good for all of us to do that. It's good to check in with yourself and reflect, especially as you move into a new year. So for today's video, I'm going to be sharing 4 lessons at 40 years old. There's a lot for me to share on this topic, but I'm going to boil it down to 4 lessons in particular. So let's jump into it. So the first lesson is the importance of gratitude. It's so important to be thankful for both small opportunities, blessings, as well as bigger blessings, bigger moments, bigger opportunities. It's a great way to lean into the joy of a particular moment. Say thank you to God, to your spirit team, to the universe, wherever you express thanks. I just find it's a great way to find and access additional joy in life and really lean into certain pivotal moments, both small and big, but certain pivotal moments. You see the blessings in life. And it sounds very hallmarky and so forth when you talk about gratitude and being thankful. But I have found that I find way more joy and way more appreciation throughout my life for certain moments, for certain experiences. When I take those moments, I pause to be grateful, to be thankful. The second lesson at the age of 40 is hard work definitely pays off. Now, I've been so focused on academic and professional pursuits forever now. I feel like that's been the bulk of my life, really, is being very much focused on academia and immediately after being very much focused on my career. And I'm just so grateful for the opportunities that have been presented to me. From a professional standpoint, I can say that by the age of 40, I was able to become associate general counsel at one company and general counsel at another company, all before hitting the age of 40. Now, that was not a goal per se in terms of getting those titles or achieving those titles before I hit 40, but those accomplishments, certain career goals that I had, manifested in large part because I've been putting so much effort, so much energy, so much diligent effort into my career, into my professional goals. And I'm super grateful for those opportunities. So hard work definitely pays off. But I will say this, in light of all of that hard work that I've put in over the years, it is so important to have work-life balance, to build in wellness routines, self-care into your journey. When I look back, I wouldn't change a thing in terms of the amount of effort and focus I put into academics as well as my career. I would probably change certain things in terms of my sleep regimen, my diet, maintaining an active exercise regimen. There are certain things that I would probably adjust. Work-life balance is critical. You have to make sure that you enjoy the ride, you continue to pursue your goals, really focus on what those goals are, but then at the same time, take care of yourself. And that's something that increasingly over time, I've been so focused on is work-life balance and taking care of myself and prioritizing wellness on a day-to-day basis. Third lesson at the age of 40 is boundaries are critical. So critical. I could speak on this topic for a long time. Given certain traumatic moments that I had in my 30s, boundaries were absolutely critical and pivotal for helping me get to the other side of those moments. And to be frank, I'm still actually going through a healing journey relating to certain trauma that I experienced in my 30s, going to therapy and so forth. And it's a day-by-day process. That said, what helped me move through those moments and get to the other side and move forward with my healing journey is setting up certain boundaries. For example, with certain people and certain experiences. And everyone, in terms of what those boundaries look like, that can mean something different for different people. Either, for example, completely distancing yourself from a particular person or people, perhaps certain areas. You don't go back to certain places again, or you don't continue conversations, communications with certain people. But whatever that looks like, or maybe those boundaries look like, for example, leaving a particular situation, a workplace, whatever it is. But I have found to move through trauma and get to the other side and ultimately find more peace and joy in life, setting up boundaries, absolutely critical. And I really don't know what my life would look like had I not set up those boundaries or started setting up those boundaries in my 30s. And my fourth lesson at 40 is that self-care, wellness is not a nice to have, it is a must. It's so important to prioritize wellness. And when I look back on my 30s, I kind of looked at wellness to some degree. Even though I talked about it quite a bit on YouTube, I kind of looked at it as a nice to have as I increasingly focused on hitting certain professional goals, certain achievements that I was like very much laser focused on. Wellness increasingly became a nice to have. So my exercise regimen was impacted. I wasn't maintaining the best diet. I wasn't drinking as much water as I wanted to. I still maintained focus on making sure from an appearance perspective I looked a certain way and really leaned into like my beauty regimen and hair and all that stuff because I felt like that was like my happy place in terms of digging into like the beauty side. I found it was my way to lift myself, for example, out of certain moments of feeling depressed or needing to access some joy. Digging into beauty and makeup and hair and all that stuff, it really helped along the way. But it's more than that. Wellness is more than beauty. It's more than hair. It has to be the full 360-degree view of what does wellness mean for you. For me, one of the key things that I'm carrying forward into the new year and beyond is prioritizing sleep, prioritizing peace, prioritizing those boundaries, wherever those boundaries are needed. Eating well, getting to the gym, getting back on the Peloton bike. And there's so many different things that go into wellness. So my plan is to really focus on wellness and self-care for future videos on this channel. And I definitely welcome you to join me on my ride as I put on this wellness growth mindset and I figure out my wellness journey going forward. Thank you so much for watching this video. Let me know how you're doing in the comments below. It has been a while, so I'd love to hear from you. And I'm so glad that so many of you have been a part of my YouTube journey since, I don't know, 2008. It's been so many years, and it's just really cool that so many of you have joined me for this ride. So thank you. I'm so grateful to you. Thank you so much. Have an awesome new year, and I will see you soon. Bye.